So there were a lot of rumors about help coming, a lot of rumors about food coming, a lot of rumors about why it hadn't come. And then there were rumors about violence and about assault and things like that. Most everything that you heard in New Orleans and most everything you'll hear in the world is not true. It's either a little bit wrong or it's all wrong, you know, which is why you got to check it out. But access, you know, to these areas, you know, it's really, there's been a lot of good reporting done to clean up a lot of the rumors and misstatements. That doesn't excuse the news media for perpetrating it, you know, in the first place. Though a lot of it was attributed to officials and so on. But
about what we were just talking about, how you said some of the rumors were debunked, but I do feel like some of that stuff had some truth to it, and I still don't think that like we're ever gonna know like exactly what happened. Was there violence? There were rumors about like gang members not letting, you know, people inside.
right.
You know, there were all sorts of stories, and the media or the newspaper rather, they have never cleared that up. Do you think that's ever going to clear it up?
Well, I think there have been some efforts to clear it up. As a matter of fact, if you're personally interested in that, give me your email before I leave, because I sent an email out to a bunch of people who were concerned about that, and I took some time to find some links to some interesting stories that kind of debunk it. But I think the important thing is the big picture. In other words, we know that New Orleans flooded. Let's not forget that it was government that's supposed to keep the water out of New Orleans. The Army Corps of Engineers and the levee board of the city of New Orleans are not to be given a pass, and there's a lot of important reporting that needs to be done about that. You don't have to go to the Superdome and the Convention Center. You don't have to have your house ruined and your family terrified if the water doesn't come in. So let's start with that, okay? And then the evacuation, and then it gets down to what was it like, you know, in the worst time. And I think basically it was not disorderly, and it was not violent, and it was mostly a lot of people who were cooped up in a scary place with no power, so it's hot and it's dark, and the bathrooms are bad. I mean, the bathrooms are bad at a Redskins game, you know, and Redskins games don't go on for 5 days, and they don't turn the water off, you know, so there's a certain reasonable expectation. It's going to be awful. But the Superdome was not that bad. People who went there were way better off than the people who stayed in their houses or people in the convention center.